Hi, I'm Jessica Paxton. I'm afternoon host here on The Current, and I'm here with Samia. Thank you so much for being here. I have to say that set you guys just performed, exquisite. It was just absolutely beautiful. I got goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps now just thinking about it
Thanks
again.
for having us. That was fun. It really was
Absolutely.
fun.
And what a super group. I mean, members of Hippocampus, Hey Arlo, Lupin. I saw
Yeah.
Raffaello running around. I mean, you're connected. You're friends with all the right people.
It's an honor to be in proximity to those people.
Indeed. Well, we're super happy to have you here. Your new album, Bloodless, out April 24th, and you're headlining the First Avenue Main Room June 6th. Pinch me, pinch you.
I
That's
know.
amazing
We
as
could
well.
pinch each other.
Okay, let's do it. We'll do that off camera. How's that
in
sound?
private. Great.
Awesome. And then you were at Electric Fetus
Yeah, yesterday.
just yesterday, doing a pre-order in store. Lots of fans, I'm sure, showing up. Very excited. I feel like you're becoming a true Minnesotan right off the bat. I heard a rumor that you recently relocated here.
Yeah,
Is that true?
Yeah, I did in December.
That's amazing. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a bit, but I want to circle back now that I know that it's actually not just a rumor.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh,
So we're just going to jump right in. Bloodless, the name of the new album.
Yeah.
Bovine Excision, a song that's getting a lot of play here on The Current right now.
Thank you, The
A
Current.
lot of folks, what does it mean? Why such kind of a dark or troubling reference in a song title and song album or album title?
Do you know about this?
I do,
Cattle
but that's why I'm
mutilation?
asking you to explain it.
Yeah, I got this. Since the 70s, farmers have been allegedly finding their cows dead, drained of blood. No blood, not a trace of blood at the scene, with their, I don't know if I can, with their mouths and genitals surgically mutilated with surgical precision. And for some reason, this made me think about my experience with womanhood. The album ended up being about absence. So the idea of titling it around something that isn't there was apt. And it also ended up being about unsolved mysteries. So
I was going to say there's kind of an alien invasion component to that. Or
yeah,
alien...
it sort of starts and ends with that. So the alien component sort of starts and ends with
Interesting.
bovine. But
well, I know people have been like bovine excision, like ooh, or even bloodless. Like it's very dark. It's kind of troubling. But that sense of absence, that sense of loss or something being taken away, or something even that you don't have control over, but you should be empowered and have full autonomy over.
Yeah,
but
sometimes something that you expected to be there but isn't is more powerful than the thing that you expected to be there.
Yeah.
The lack of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a very strong literary component to your lyricism. I love that you use words like onus and capitulate.
Thank you.
Are you a big reader?
Yeah, my friends give me a hard time about onus. It's a pretty
I don't know why
funny
I'm
word
laughing.
Choice.
It's
hilarious.
fantastic. No,
It's
it
a funny
works
sounding
perfectly.
word.
It is, but you notice it.
I'm obsessed with this idea that synonyms don't exist and that there is an exact perfect word for every sentiment. And I'm going to probably spend the rest of my life trying to find the perfect words for every feeling, but it's almost impossible. There are so many.
I love
So many
that.
words.
Well, that was the thing is I thought it's like she reads the dictionary because there's so many words that are there that don't get used that are incredible and beautiful. And we need to all like spruce up our vocabulary.
Wow,
Big
I
time.
do too. I have like an incredible fear of malapropism. Like if I use a word wrong, it'll just be repeating in my head for weeks and weeks. So it's a bit of an obsession.
No, I love it. I love it. So getting back to bovine excision, there's so many lines in that song that I just love. First of all, I have to ask, are you a Diet Dr. Pepper drinker?
I am, especially now because when it came out, my friends all came over with like buckets of Dr. Pepper, of Diet Dr. Pepper. So I've been drinking Diet Dr. Pepper more than water.
Jill
recently.
Riley, our morning show host extraordinaire, is a big Diet Dr. Pepper fan. So I just had to
Wow.
ask that on her behalf.
I got to meet her. We have a lot to talk
Absolutely.
about.
She was here a little bit earlier, so we'll make that happen.
Okay.
I also have to say I love the line, what is it? I'm old but not dead yet. Thank you. It's from me to you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for
But again,
noticing
it's a
that.
really it's such powerful, insightful lyricism, but presented in such a beautiful way. I know you've talked about the dichotomy of your music, like the dichotomy of happy and sad, beautiful and ugly, dark and light. Sounds like that's intentional. Does that kind of dictate your music making and your songwriting?
Yeah, I find a lot of beauty in ugliness, and I always have. I think conventional beauty is. I just don't feel inclined to write about it. I'm not super inspired by like a beautiful flower in a tree blowing in the wind at dawn. So I think, yeah, I'm just sort of drawn to. I think that's what I'm drawn to in people too. Is their what sets them apart from the rest.
That reminds me of a Vic Chestnut quote that, some people, I'm probably not going to paraphrase this right, but some people are drawn, to the beauty and the whatever. I'm drawn to the pus and the gnats and the
Yeah, yeah, I
ugliness.
love the pus and the gnats. I've
Yeah.
always said.
Yeah. Well, and you had a great quote too, where I think you said something like, optimism is the saddest word.
Oh yeah,
Or
it's pathetic. Yeah, but you have to choose it anyway. You understand that it's ridiculous, and you
yeah, no,
make
I have
that
a lot of
choice.
people say to me, like, I'm too negative, and I'm like, I'm the most optimistic pessimist I
I know
know.
we're the saddest of all.
But
But
you
it's
have to be.
beautiful.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
totally.
Exactly. So you grew up in an artistic household. Your parents are actors. I saw that you have acted as well. What made you choose to pursue the beautiful world of making music? Not like acting's not a hard gig, but music, really?
I'm a really bad actor.
Well, you're an incredible performer and
Thank
singer
you.
and songwriter.
I can emote when it's truthful. So I feel very confident to be emotional about my own experiences, but I can't embody someone else's. I just don't have that skill. I tried.
You tried.
I
You
tried.
tried. You're like, I'm going to go make music.
Yeah.
So, did you have a lot of music in your household growing up? Your parents big music fans? Like, what did you
Yeah.
listen to growing up?
They were really into Sondheim. They were really into musical theater soundtracks. So I grew up on that. And my mom loved Alanis Morissette, and what else did she love? Bonnie Raitt. So there was a lot of, but it really was musical theater, and specifically Sondheim that started it for me.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I want to circle back now to Minnesota and becoming part of the Minnesota music scene. I know you've collaborated with Papa Embe. You've got members in your band now from here in the Twin Cities. Rafaela, we talked about as well. Why did you choose to locate here, if that's okay to ask?
Because of exactly that, the people and my closest friends live here, and closest collaborators, everyone that I feel comfortable making music with and I feel inspired by artistically lives here. So it was always a dream sort of in the back of my mind, and I didn't find it to be plausible until recently. And it's just amazing to live here. I feel like you always hear stories of people coming back, going and trying something else and returning, and I see why.
Well, I think it's a testament to the Minnesota music scene and community. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of talent here. There's that sense of collaboration and supporting each other. I mean, obviously, we're here on Minnesota Public Radio and The Current. We're really dedicated to supporting local musicians, the local music community, the local music scene. And when I say local, that's throughout Minnesota. But for me, as a music fan and a host here on The Current, to know that there are, national artists that could live anywhere and choose to come here and be a part of this close-knit music community, I think is just a testament to something that we maybe sometimes take for granted because we don't realize that doesn't happen everywhere. And so when I, heard the news that you had moved here, it was like, and I remember when Rafaela moved here, it was like, wow, we are pretty cool.
Oh
And
yeah.
there is a really powerful music scene here, which is incredible.
Yeah, you can feel everybody thinks so. Everybody says so. I feel I'm just honored to be a part of it. I feel like I haven't earned my place here yet, but hopefully someday.
No, it's absolutely amazing. I also just want to ask you quick, we talked about like optimism being a really sad word. I'm also really inspired by ways you've spoken about being a feminist or having your music described as feminist, but also talking about how, or acknowledging that labeling someone as a feminist or labeling something as feminist can be such a stereotype and almost dismisses it,
Yeah.
or can take away from the power there. Is that like an intentional thing in your songwriting and storytelling as well?
Totally. I don't understand how anyone isn't a feminist because I think it is a more simple a concept than people understand it to be. And I think just existing as a woman, having experiences as a woman, and wanting to feel heard and understood makes you a feminist. And believing that women have that right makes you a feminist as well.
The fact that it has to be a right is kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah. You would think.
You would think.
A lot of people don't feel that way.
One would think. Well, as a fellow feminist and as someone who's been on this planet for, I'm guessing, longer than you, I really appreciate what you're doing. So thank you.
Goodness. Thank you.
It means a lot. It's kind of ridiculous that we still have to have conversations like that or like this, but please know how valuable that is. So thank you.
That's so nice to hear.
Well,
Thank you.
congratulations on the new album. It's amazing. Super excited to catch you at the main room on June 6th. Again, we've been talking with Samia. Check out the set with she and the band, and kudos on more to come.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
The Current is public media made possible thanks to member support.